Hello there, my name is Rick.
Ciao, I'm Millie.
And this is episode 3
Tre,
of season 4
quattro,
of
Yonks Ago.
This is Yonks Ago, coming into your ears. Now what are yonks? They're kinda like years. Just a father and a daughter who want to know all about some people from Yonks Ago. Interesting people who did interesting stuff, but about whom we don't know enough. So we're gonna dig deep and find it all out. Yonky doodlers know what we're all about. Yonks Ago, hey, ho, hey, Yonks Ago, hey, ho, hey, surely.
Ooh, all business from the top there. That was the most succinct and uneventful opening to the podcast so
good.
far.
It was tricky though. There's a lot of rolling R's.
Yeah, but you rolled with it. I feel like the number 3 really caught you by surprise. There was a real blank look on your face like, I have not thought about how to say 3 in Italian at all.
No, I was thinking about it a lot actually.
Oh, you overthought it.
I was overthinking it because I was like, what if I mess it up, you know?
It's so simple, and there were so many 3s in the last season. It was
I know.
season 3 after all.
I know.
You had to say it every single damn time.
It was the thought of saying 3 and then 4 straight after.
Okay.
Because I can kind of get off the hook with 1 rolling R, but if I have to do 2.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like 3 into 4 is like the natural progression of counting. Like
Yeah, but
it
there's
should
a
be.
gap in between, Rick.
I guess. Well, I must say, considering you were going such inner turmoil, it was smooth as.
Thank you.
Are you getting professional?
Yeah, a little bit.
Have you been?
No, I just have practice, like my everyday life.
Yeah, sure. Roll the punches, mate.
Yeah.
Just cover over any mistakes that might be happening internally.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well done you.
Thank
and
you.
well done us.
Yeah.
We've come a long way. We were recording on a Wednesday morning.
Period.
It's not often we do an AM record.
I reckon we should get back into it.
Really? I mean, were we ever
Because
into it?
then we have the rest of the day.
Yeah, but what have we ever done it?
I
reckon this is the first time ever. No,
Do you
there must have been 1 or 2 scattered through, but I feel like it's an anomaly.
I reckon, yeah.
But is this your new thing? Well, you're hardly ever awake. You've got to be up.
That's what I'm saying, though.
All right, this could be your motivation.
I am awake. I'm just in my room.
In your room, just chilling, saying, "Why get out of bed? Pff, nothing going on."
That's what I'm saying.
Whereas if you had podcast on your agenda,
That's what I'm saying.
up she gets.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, look, I'm here to motivate you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how this podcast record goes. If it's a debacle, never again.
I don't reckon.
Oh, you're quietly confident.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. And I mean, you've got a full day. You've got stuff all over your agenda. It's
Not really.
unusual.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so busy.
Podcast morning, going out in the afternoon.
Yeah.
That's
what
why
I'm
we're
saying.
recording in the morning.
It's like a double day.
2 big ticket items. Tick,
Do
tick.
2 things in one day.
Sometimes that does feel like a very full day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I've got about 16, 17 things that I've got to tick off, but
Whatever.
this is like number 5, so I'm already doing. I'm doing all right. And that's just the difference between you and me.
Yeah.
I've got a lot more years under the belt. The responsibilities rack up, Millie. Get used to it. But start small. You know.
Yeah.
2 things.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Thanks.
Look, Joan of Arc.
Well, actually, I could count more little things like
Sure.
wake up,
Yeah.
leave my bed.
Oh, yeah, sure. You
So-
could break it real down.
Yeah.
But don't. That's just fooling yourself, mate.
Then you'd have even more. So it's
Oh,
the
mate, I
same.
have like 100. 100. Easily. I had to, this whole thing is covered as podcast, but I could have broken it down as set up the microphones, get my laptop. I mean, there was at least 18
do the
separate...
intro, put in the theme song.
Yeah. A
That's
lot
what
of
I'm saying.
things have gone
Yeah.
into this. But let's just call it doing the podcast.
Yeah.
All right?
Keep it
Otherwise,
simple.
we'll go crazy. Look, Joan of Arc, where'd we leave her? She'd been having visions. She's
Yeah.
the virgin that France needs. They love a virgin.
Don't we all?
No judgment. There was a prophecy that the virgin would save France. So she's gone, I'll be the virgin. Why not? And everyone's like, but are you? And she's like, I'm pretty sure I am.
Yeah.
And they're like, we need convincing. And so she's on the trail of trying to convince people that she
Yeah.
is France's virgin.
She's got a couple of subscribers.
She has got some early adopters. She got J Metz and I think it was Bertrand de Boulanger. No, I'm not going to shorten his name because it's got a real ring to it.
Bertrand de Boulanger.
J-Metz, I feel like I just feel like J-Metz is subscriber number 1.
Yeah,
I reckon he's OG.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, Bertrand de Boulanger, come listen to this." And then he got on board straight away. He was easily convinced.
Yeah.
But they're not the ones that Joan of Arc has to convince. She needs to convince Robert de Baudricourt, Robbie B. Robbie B. Captain Robbie B. I think I might have referred to him as a general, but I've demoted him for this podcast.
Oh.
I don't think he's that high up. He's just the head of the local garrison in the nearby town.
I see.
And she's trying to convince Captain Robbie B, to take her to see Prince Chucky Jr. In Chinon. She's tried twice so far to convince Captain Robbie B. And has gotten nowhere. He's like, not having it. But in the convincing, she has got J-Metz and Bertrand de Boulanger on board. And this has caused a little bit of traction where in a nearby area, Duke Charles the Duke, Chucky Lorraine.
Yeah, Chucky Lorraine.
Said, well, she sounds fancy. Maybe she's got magic powers.
Yeah.
I've got what I think might be syphilis. Maybe I'll get her in and see if she can cure it.
Yeah.
And she's just turned up and given him a lecture about his lifestyle.
Period.
She's flexed on him.
Yeah.
Said, hey, you get Frances Virgin in. She's not here to cure your syphilis. She's here to tell you, why'd you get syphilis, idiot?
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop your nonsense with your mistress and your lifestyle choices. Gave him a proper talking to. And everyone's gone, man, she's got balls.
Yeah. J-Metz was like, this is what I'm saying. Get on board.
I mean, like and subscribe. This girl will absolutely do the business. Not in a sexy way, obviously, because she's the virgin. She'll do all the other kinds of business. And so that's where we left her. But she still has yet to convince Captain Robbie B. But word is spreading. That's where we left it. Now back to the historical landscape for a moment, because as we said, Henry V died around the same time as Loopy King Chuck.
Yeah.
But they are still,
conspiracy.
I know.
It's a bit sussy.
It is sus. Yeah. I blame Queen Isabeau.
Yeah, we do.
She is up to some mischief, killing kings left, right, and centre.
No, surely it was that queen. And did Henry V have is that him?
Yeah, Henry V married Isabeau's daughter.
What?
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
That was you heard it, but you've forgotten it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was part of Isabeau. When Isabeau wore the crown for a day, she married her daughter off to Henry V.
All right, well, that was definitely, and then she was like, and then kill him.
Yeah. She's like, I've taught you well.
Yeah.
Remember everything I've taught you about being a wife.
Yeah.
I.e., when the time's right, kill your husband.
Yeah, and on the October the 5th.
We strike.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
October the 5th? Oh, yeah, that's right. For some reason.
Is that even a date?
No, I didn't know if I put the in the wrong place. Like
the October 5th?
Yeah.
October 5th?
I got confused.
Maybe that's what the TH in 5th is. It's for the.
Yeah.
October 5 and so Henry V has died. His son with Isabeau's daughter Catherine, Henry VI, is the nominal heir to the English and French throne, though, the French aren't having that really. And the English forces are still occupying large parts of France in teamwork with the Burgundians.
Yeah.
Only the Armagnacs are trying to, stem the flow.
Slay.
Henry V's brothers, we've got John of Lancaster, the Duke of Bedford, and Humphrey, Duke of Gloucester.
Yeah.
Humphreys in there. Did you know any Humphreys at your primary school or high school? Were there any Humphreys?
Not coming to mind.
Because I feel like it's a name that's definitely disappeared, but it's the sort of name I can imagine coming back big.
Yeah. Wasn't it in a movie or something?
I don't know.
Humphrey.
And the only Humphreys I can think of, Humphrey Bear, which was before your time.
Yeah.
That was a kid's show when I was a kid. Loved it. And I was going to say Humphrey Dumpty, but that is not his name at all. Humphrey Dumpty. You know, that egg who was never named an egg. Humphrey Dumpty, who sat on a wall.
I reckon his name was Humphrey, but everyone mispronounced it.
Got it all wrong.
Yeah.
So I guess Humphrey Bear's the only one I can really think of.
Yeah, I don't know.
But look out for Humphrey coming back. I'm if it does come back, I called it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a Yonks Ago prediction. Lock it in. So John and Humphrey, the Dukes,
Yeah.
Henry's brothers, are part of the leading the armies in France. They've continued
Okay.
the English conquest of France. Most of northern France, so that's Paris, etc., and parts of southwestern France, so top and bottom, we're talking,
Okay.
are under Anglo, so English, and Burgundian control.
Okay.
So those forces have got top and bottom.
Gotcha.
The
Work your way into the middle. Come from both sides.
That's Armagnac territory, boo.
But they got them surrounded.
They're in a Armagnac. It's an Armagnac sandwich with Anglo-Burgundian bread at this stage. Now the Burgundians controlled Reims. Why is that important? Why have I brought that up?
Don't know, Rick.
I could see the confusion and curiosity on your face. The reason that's important is because Reims is the traditional site for the coronation of French kings. If you're a French person wanting to become king, you got to go to Reims. That's where it happens. They got the throne set up. They got all the parade areas.
Gotcha.
Mate, it all happens in Reims. If it's not in Reims, you're not king.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Fake king, fake news.
Gotcha.
And at the moment, the Burgundians are all over Reims.
Oh.
Okay. And so Prince Chucky Jr. has yet to be crowned king of France.
Yeah.
And doing so at Reims would help legitimise his claim to the throne. And that would make Henry VI in England, everyone would be like, well, stuff you.
Yeah.
He went to Reims and got coronated, so that's facts. But how's he going to do that? Because he's an Armagnac man, and the Burgundians have got the Reims territory sewn up.
Gotcha.
It's trouble. Prince Chucky Jr.'s got trouble, and that starts with a T. And that rhymes with J.
What?
Well, I've got my facts wrong.
Were you saying T rhymes with J or trouble?
Look, I lost track. I was trying to bring it back to Joan of Arc, and I ruined the laws of rhyming. I thought, what can I sacrifice here to make this work? Rhyming, which is the least sacrificable of all the rules. It either rhymes or it doesn't.
Yeah.
If you say something rhymes, it better bloody rhyme.
No, some things rhyme a little bit.
Yeah, assonance.
Yeah. Isn't assonance like the... I don't know. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Assonance, machinance.
Yeah, that rhymes.
Yeah.
Like legitimately.
Yeah.
That's the irony of it all. Look, this is where Prince Chucky Jr. is. And in July 1428, the English had started to surround Orleans, which is an Armagnac, stronghold.
Yeah.
And had nearly isolated it from the rest of Prince Chucky Jr.'s territory by capturing many of the smaller bridge towns in the area. So they're isolating Orleans, which I think is where the other Chucky Jr., Duke Chucky Jr., was that?
What?
Remember there was another Chucky Jr.? There was Prince Chucky Jr.
Yeah, the cousin.
Yeah, the cousin.
I think
he was I think he was the son of the Duke of Orleans who got assassinated. I think that's who. I think he might be the new Duke of Orleans.
Louis?
Yeah.
The king's brother.
Yeah. I think he was the Duke of Orleans. I could go back and check it. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Because facts schmacks. I'm all about rhyming now.
Yeah.
So look, they're trying to take the Orleans territory, and so they've isolated it. And Orleans, look, and apologies for I've really locked into saying Orleans. Is it right? Probably not.
Whatever.
I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
It's right for me, and that's at least I've committed.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it in a stupid way like I know it. So I'm not saying Orleans, which I could be doing.
Yeah.
So look, I've committed to Orleans. Accept it and move on.
Okay.
Orleans was strategically important as the last obstacle to an assault on the remainder of Prince Chucky Jr.'s territory. So this is it. Once they get Orleans,
Okay.
who's going to stop them? Who can stop them? No one. So they've got a hold. Now, according to Joan, it was around this period that her visions told her to leave Domremy and to help Prince Chucky Jr. She's like sitting in her garden again. She's like, bloody Captain Robbie B won't let me go. Then a vision. She doesn't say who turns up. I reckon it was probably your man again, St. Michael.
Yeah,
with
definitely.
With the squad, army squad.
Yeah.
And said, go help Prince Chucky Jr. Get there.
I reckon.
He needs you. Prince Chucky Jr. needs you. She's like, well.
He's like, Robbie Schmubby.
Yeah. And so this time she heads to Captain Robbie B for the third meeting.
Gotcha.
And she lays down, I looked into this. It doesn't cover this, but I looked into it.
Ooh.
And during this meeting, she lays down a little bit of a, check this out. Mm-hmm. She makes a prediction about an upcoming battle. That's part of the Siege of Orleans. Mm-hmm. There's a little battle. It's called the Battle of the Herrings because I think the French squad are trying to reinforce the siege. They're trying to get some herrings they're shipping some herrings into Orleans.
Fish?
Yeah, fish. I
thought it was
keep them fed.
Yeah.
And they're trying to sneak it by there's a battle over the supply lines called the Battle of the Herrings. And the English in this situation are very outnumbered by the French bringing the herrings in. And Joan says to Robbie B, guess what, Captain Robbie B? It's not going to work out well for the French. And at this time, the battle's happening and the words, it's on delay because we don't have the high-speed internet like they...
True.
But back then, it took a while. Someone had to ride a horse.
Yeah.
And so it took them a couple of days. They go, battle's going well. And they go, like, sweet. And then a few days later, another one coming in, battle's still going well. And that's how they got their messages.
Yeah.
You know, horse-drawn message carriers.
Let's go back.
I mean, I don't mind it. I'd sign up.
Yeah.
I'd sign up. We'd all get onto the horse and then someone...
Opens more jobs.
Yeah.
Become a messenger. That's what I'm saying.
But then once everyone had signed up, you'd be start getting messages via horse saying, everyone who signed up to horse, it's cruelty to horses and you're ruining it and it's also owned by Coca-Cola.
No. The horses come voluntarily. It's volunteer work.
It would get shut down. There'd be some reason why we're all bad people for signing up to horses. We're all bad. We've made terrible life choices. Stop using horses, idiots.
No, it's robotic horses.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Because it's the future.
Yeah, of course.
We're going back but forward.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
That's how we roll.
Sometimes you're going to go back to go
Rolling
forward.
horses. Ooh. Like cars.
Yeah, got wheels, obviously.
Wheels with engines.
Yeah.
Horses with engines and wheels.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That is the future.
Yeah.
And so anyway, at this stage, the messages are coming back going, the Battle of the Herrings is going well. The herrings are going to get through. And Joan turns up and she goes, guess what? It's not going to work. Battle of the Herrings is going to turn bad for the French.
Because did St. Michael tell us?
I reckon maybe she's saying this. I get visions and I know what's going to happen.
Gotcha.
And Jay Metz has gone, what? Listen up, drop the mic.
Yeah.
He's just hype man, hype squad behind her. Check it out. Joan of Arc with facts, spitting facts.
What's the other guy's name? Bertrand
de Boulanger.
He's just clicking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he doesn't really speak.
No, he keeps it quiet. Quiet appreciation is Bertrand de Boulanger's modus operandi. Yeah. And so she's made the prediction that it's going to turn horribly, which is, goes against all the messages that are coming in. And then, lo and behold, a few days later, the horses come by going, can't believe it. Plot twist. Joan was right. It's all gone horribly wrong. And so from this and the fact that, Jay Metz has hyped her up, Bertrand de Boulanger has just quietly appreciated her. Yeah. And everyone can see that that's the effect that's having on everyone. Captain Robbie goes, fine. I will send you.
I guess.
Yeah, fine. You've proven yourself. You're third time's a charm.
Yeah.
Your prediction about the Battle of the Herrings came true. So I will send you to Chinon to see Prince Chucky Jr.
Yeah.
So he sends her with 6 armed soldiers, an escort of 6 soldiers.
Surely Jay Metz.
And Bertrand de Boulanger.
And the other 3.
And 4 more.
Oh. I did not do the maths.
No, that was terrible.
I did 2 times 3.
You just counted Joan as one of the soldiers. That's what you did. And so, yes. Sorry, I lost my spot. So, convinced Robbie B to go to Chinon. 6 soldiers. And before leaving, before they headed off, they get together, full squad's assembled, all six plus Joan. And Joan has put on men's clothes, supplied by J Metz.
Yeah, for sure.
And Bertrand de Poulanger. She's put on men's clothes so she can just, act like squad.
Yeah.
And she continued to wear men's clothes for the remainder of her life.
Period.
Once she popped them on, she's like, hang on, pockets?
Yeah.
She's like, what? Check out these pockets. They're deep as. I can put all my stuff in here. And once she's gone, once you go slacks, you never go back.
Yeah.
Like, she's just gone, I am all over this. So she's off. She's off to Chinon.
Slay.
She's got squad, so it's happening. She's made real palpable inroads. So then she meets with Prince Chucky Jr. straight in.
Wow. Yeah.
Mate.
That's crazy.
She's got some real traction.
Escalating.
She met with Prince Chucky Jr. for the first time at the Royal Court in Chinon. In late February or early March. We don't know.
Yeah, probably.
In 1429.
I reckon it was Feb 29th, leap year.
Yeah, absolutely. February 29th. In 1429, when she was 17 years old.
Wow.
And Prince Chucky Jr. was 26. So he could be crowned at any, like he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, crown me. Get me to Reims. Chuck a crown on me. She told him that she had come to raise the siege of Orleans and to lead him to Reims for his coronation. I mean, that's what Prince Chucky Jr. wants to hear.
Can we start calling it Orleans? Orleans.
I mean, that's what I said I wasn't going to do. But if you want it, I will do it.
Do you reckon that's how you say it?
It sounds right.
I just feel like it's giving the French flavour.
I just needed your permission to do it.
Orleans.
Okay, so let's go back.
It sounds like Allianz Insurance.
It does, and that's how it should sound, and from here on in, it will sound. So hopefully this isn't the last time we mention it. So let's go back. She told him that she had come to raise the siege of Orleans and to lead him to Reims for his coronation. And I've got to tell you, that must be music to Prince Chucky Jr.'s ears.
Yeah.
He's like, well, if that's what you want to do,
sign me up.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Jane Metz is like, yeah, let's go.
Now, here's an interesting thing. They had a private exchange that made a strong impression on Prince Chucky Jr. We weren't in the room where it happened, so we don't know what happened. No one was in the room where it happened when they had a private exchange. What went on? We don't know.
I don't know.
But Prince Chucky Jr. came out going, this chick is legit. So once again, she has proved her credentials somehow. Now we've got someone called Joan's Confessor, which I think is either the person. So his name is Jean Pasquerel.
Ooh.
Jean Pasquerel was Joan's Confessor, which I tried to figure out what it meant. It either means that's who Joan used to confess to, like that was her private priest.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, it's been 3 days since my last confession. I've been wearing men's clothes. I know I'm not supposed to, but I love it. Or he's the guy who just goes around telling people about Joan's life. I don't know. But he later testified that Joan told him she had reassured Prince Chucky Jr. that he was, in fact, Loopy King Chuck's son and the legitimate king, because, of course, there had been a bit of shade thrown on his legitimacy.
Yeah.
People saying maybe he was, Louis and Isabeau's son.
Yeah.
And that the two Chuckies were, in fact, brothers. But Jones had a little word to him, and the confessor is saying maybe that's what this private exchange was. Where he's like, guess what? I had a vision. You are the real king.
Yeah, bull.
Yeah.
Absolute bull.
I think Joan's probably using a mix of her visions as she's using the ones that she did have and then sprinkling in a little bit of, I had a vision about this as well if it's going to help my cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd do it too.
Yeah. So, a little bit of truth, a little bit of fiction, I think, much like this podcast. That's what her visions are. Pretty much Yonks Ago from the gods.
Yeah.
So now Prince Chucky Jr. is well on board the Joan train.
Nice.
That might be all the time. I should probably not launch into... Oh, wait. Look, here's what I say. We've got enough time because Charles and his council... so Prince Chucky Jr. and squad needed more assurance. Skeptical. come on, she's doing all she has to do. And so he sent Joan to Poitiers, which is another region in France, to be examined by a council of theologians who declared that she was a good person and a good Catholic. So they've just run her through all right, they've put her through morality tests. They've gone, there's a horse galloping towards 5 people, but you can make that horse change direction. It'll run over 1 person. What do you do? You know, they've just run her through that. Would you rather have hands for feet or feet for hands? They've done all this to her, and she passed all of those tests.
Nice.
She nailed it. All right, you're in a room. There's a button. You can press the button. It'll electrocute Prince Chucky Jr. So passed. Absolutely nailed it. And they've gone. And also, do you worship Satan? She's gone, nah. Oh, you passed the test. Oh, you are a good Catholic. They tried to trick her, but she passed. But they did not offer up a decision on the source of Joan's inspiration about her visions. So they didn't say yes or no about her visions. They weren't like, oh, yeah, she's definitely having visions. They were a bit vague about it. They're like, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, she's definitely like, she knows some things.
How would they know? It's her visions.
Yeah, but they're like, we don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Yeah.
You be the judge.
Period.
And then they sent her to Orléans. No, sorry. They agreed that sending her to Orléans could be useful to the king.
Gotcha.
They were like, yeah, I mean, why not?
So she's got a couple more subscribers.
Yes. All those people who tested her are well on board the Joan wagon. And then Joan was sent to Tours, another French place.
Oh, we're really doing the Tours de France.
She's on a bit of a Tour de France.
It's giving Nancy Way.
Yeah. This time, classic. God, the things that Joan had to go through. She had to be physically examined by women.
Excuse me?
This was on the direction of Prince Chucky Jr.'s mother-in-law. Not sure who that would be. So she's obviously married. So Prince Chucky Jr. is married now.
Yeah.
Don't know who to.
Yeah.
And his mother, who is Yolanda de Aragon. I might look into her.
Whoa.
She sounds fancy.
Yeah.
And she's obviously like, woo. She said, hey, Prince Chucky Jr., get her checked out. She claims to be the virgin that France needs.
Oh, gotcha.
How do we know she's a virgin? Let's send it to some women I know. They'll give her a little check. A little virgin check. She's got to pass the virgin test. So Yolanda of Aragon has convinced Prince Chucky Jr. to send Joan off to be virgin tested. Mm-hmm. And they have verified virgin status. She got blue tick.
Yeah.
She's blue tick virgin verified. And so now they are all like, well, great. So she could indeed, not necessarily, but perhaps she is the prophesied virgin and the savior of France.
Wow.
So tick, tick, tick. Well done, Joan. She's passed all the tests. Good woman, good Catholic, is a virgin.
Good virgin.
A blue tick virgin.
Yeah.
Pass. So, I mean, she couldn't have done more. So she is ready. So I think they are ready to send her to Orléans.
Road to Orléans.
We will find out more about her journey to Orléans. And maybe a little bit about Yolanda of Aragon. She sounds interesting, but maybe she's not. We'll see what Wikipedia has to say about her, and I'll come back with whatever I find. In the next episode of
Yonks Ago.
I mean, that wasn't bad.
Let's go.
Morning records, eh?
Yeah.
More of it, I say.